Voting Third Party wants to know, can progressives agree to help the cause when it comes down to it? That might have been in specific to something specific you said, but I guess just take it as the broad, you know, can we kind of get together behind the cause when it comes down to it? I guess interpret that as you will.
Can we? Yes. Will we? There's a lot of ego, unfortunately, in the progressive movement. That's an issue that we have. So we have people that they make a decision on something and they refuse to change their decision based on ego. So like I mentioned earlier, if Pat or Allison polls out, like say they actually did a poll on progressives, which they'll never do. If Pat or Allison polled out like a 10, 15, 20 point lead ahead of me, I mean, the race is already over. So, I mean, it's not even really my decision anymore. It's a Democratic decision to go forward. Now, if Justice Democrats does a poll and Allison pulls out ahead, that's different. You know, if Pat's campaign does a poll and Pat pulls out ahead, that's different. But if there's like a news poll that's done and a candidate pulls out ahead that far, then the race is already over. It's not even my decision. So yes, I think in that aspect, I personally can back the movement. But I think there's a lot of ego in the progressive movement, a lot of people that are really set on what they've decided. And for whatever reason, they're unwilling to change that decision. When it comes down to the issues, I think we're all on the same page. It's bringing that fire and bringing that that fight to the establishment where we're seeing some people get a little flaky. So we have a lot of people in the Democratic Party that are progressives that are really fighting against the establishment, and they're not getting their due. They're actually doing an awesome job. So we need to give them credit, but we need to remember at the end of the day, we are dealing with Dem Enter and Dem Exit attacking each other. We are dealing with the Green Party outside the party completely. Of course, Dem Exit is as well, and the overlap there between Dem Exit and Green. We're dealing with the Movement for a People's Party, Working Families Party, Progressive Independent Party. So the problem I see in 2018 is that we're everywhere and we're not concentrated. So I think we really need to focus on, okay, let's win 2018. I'm not asking you to vote Democratic. I'm not asking you to register Democratic. I'm just asking you to back the candidates who can win. If there's a Green in your area that can win and you want to back them, then so be it. The Greens are doing great in Vallejo. One of my volunteers is a Green in Vallejo, and they're working on taking over the city council. So they're doing awesome in certain areas. So if that's the case, go for it. But when it comes down to the end of the day, I really hope that everyone will vote for the progressive in the race and everyone will come together. Will they do that? That remains to be seen. This is going to be the first election besides, you know, Bernie, a single candidate, that we're going to see whether people do that or not. So when it comes down to it, if you're comfortable with a candidate and the issues they promote, I would say ignore the party. In California, it's even easier because of the top two. You don't have to be Democratic to vote for me or any other Democrat. You can vote on in the open top two primary for anyone on the ballot. Now, the confusion that happened last election with Bernie is that's true in California, except for the presidential position. That's the only position that you can't go one party or another and vote for the other party. That's the only one. So now the 2018 midterm is actually really easy to vote. You just vote for anyone you want on the thing. Republicans will be on your ballot. Everyone will be on your ballot. So you can vote for whoever you want. But at the end of the day, I mean, maybe at the primary, definitely at the general, is we need to vote for the progressive. If it's Kevin DeLeon and Feinstein in this race, obviously we don't have an option. But that's why I ran in the beginning, is to give everyone that option. So hopefully we can we can trash Kevin DeLeon as hard as we did in that debate and leave him with his tail between his legs and, you know, come out ahead of him, whoever goes forward. So I think that we can unify. We have to have the will to, and it's not about whether you're Dem Exit, Dem Enter, Green, no party preference. It's not about any of that. It's about the movement. It's about moving forward with the right candidates. So I vote across the board. I don't vote party line. So I'm just going to throw that out there and kind of close that subject off.
Me too. Me too. Absolutely. Hey guys, thanks for watching. That was a clip from Get Your News On with Ron, the world's first viewer-curated streaming news show. What does that mean? That means I log on to a stream and people tweet me articles over on Twitter at Ron Placone, or they use our Reddit subsection, which is just Get Your News On with Ron over on Reddit. And that's how we build the show. I'm seeing all these articles for the first time. We are literally getting our news on together. Follow me on Twitter at Ron Placone so you can participate. And this show streams live every Tuesday through Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please do tune in. If you want to support this show, you can do so over on patreon.com/Ron Placone, where for as low as $1 a month, you get access to exclusive podcasts every week, exclusive videos, free tickets to shows when I'm performing in your town, and more for as low as $1 a month. Please do consider it. Thank you so much for your support. This has been Get Your News On with Ron.